Okay, this one here is going to be interesting. This AI learned some crazy fighting moves. It's by 2-minute papers. That's a channel that does mostly like AI content and new kind of technology content. What attempt to be alive is the description. As an engineer myself, I'm hugely into this shit here, and I love like using ChatGPT also for YouTube. And I would say, without further hesitation, let's go into the video how an AI learned martial arts.
This is 2-minute papers with Dr. Károly Zsolnai Fehér. Today we are going to see if a virtual AI character can learn or perhaps even invent these amazing signature moves. And this is a paper that was written by Sebastian Starke and
okay, it's a paper, so it's some serious research.
For instance, earlier he wrote this magnificent paper about dribbling AI characters. Look, the key challenge here was that
whoa, there's a lot going on. whoa. Okay. Ball level face, ball control.
3 hours
okay.
of unstructured motion capture data. That is next to nothing.
Oh shit, where did we get into here?
It not only learned these motions really well, but it could weave them together even when a specific movement combination was not present in this training data. But as these motions are created by human animators, they may show at least 3 problems. 1. The training data may contain poses that don't quite adhere to the physics of a real human character. 2. It is possible that the upper body does something that makes sense. The lower body also does something.
Yeah, the hips would rotate sense, here.
But the whole thing put together does not make too much sense anymore. Or 3. We may have these foot sliding artifacts that you see here. These are more common than you might first think. Here is an example of it from a previous work. And look, nearly all of the previous methods struggle with it.
Okay. Gosh, I had statistics and also Python programming. I did my bachelor's thesis and another thesis on Python and R, and I used to be familiar with the terms here, LSTM, MLP, and all this shit. But man, now 3 years after working in the industry, I work on almost everything. Shit.
20 hours of unstructured training data. Remember, the previous one only used 3, so we rightfully expect that by using more information, it can also learn more. But
okay. Frame 1. So here's picture 1. Control modules. Control interface. Motion generator. Frame 1+1. And then it's repeated the same then.
But the previous work was already amazing, so what more can we...
What do we have here? Let's see. Okay, we had
we rightfully expect...
We got the slips, or just the footwork. Then we have the hook, the body shot. Then we have spinning back fist. We have the low kick, hook kick, uppercut.
It can also learn more.
Recovering.
But the
and clinch work. Okay.
Amazing. So
far so good. The basics are there.
This new one to do. Well, it can not only learn these motions, weave together these motions like previous works, but hold on to your papers because it can now also come up with novel moves as well. Wow. This includes new attacking sequences and combining
how did they do this?
Attacks with novel footwork patterns. And it does all this spectacularly well. For instance, if we show it
how to
have its guard up and how to throw a punch, what will it learn? Get this, it will keep its guard up while throwing that punch.
No shit, man.
And it not only does that in
That's crazy. Do you realize how crazy that is? I mean, you have to tell the AI that while throwing the punch, do this. Yes, but as I understand it, I didn't tell it. It just makes sense now. So that's kind of crazy shit.
Fluid movement patterns,
Awesome.
but it also found out about something that has strategic value. Same with evading an attack with some head movement and counterattacking. Loving it. But how easy is it to use this? Do we need to be an AI scientist to be able to invoke these amazing motions? Well, if you have been holding on to your paper so far, now squeeze
We're
that
holding.
paper and look here. Wow. You don't need to be an AI scientist to play with this. Not at all. All you need is a controller to invoke these beautiful motions. And all this runs in real time. My goodness. For instance, you can crouch down and evade a potential attack by controlling the right stick and launch a punch in the meantime. And remember, not only both halves have to make sense separately, the body motion has to make sense as a whole. And it really does. Look at that. And here comes the best part. You can even assemble your own signature attacks. For instance, perform that surprise spinning back fist, an amazing spin kick.
A tornado, yeah.
Yes, you can
Crane
even go
kick.
full Karate Kid with that swing kick. And as a cherry on top, the characters can also react to the strikes, clinch, or even try a takedown. So, with that, there
That's
we go.
gonna make the UFC
We
game
are,
so much
again,
better, man.
one step closer
Holy
to having
shit.
access to super realistic motion techniques for virtual characters, and all we
30
need for
frames
this
per second
is a
we are
controller.
here.
And remember, all
Yeah,
this
right on.
already runs in real time. Another amazing SIGGRAPH paper from Sebastian Starke. And get this, he is currently a 4th year PhD student and already made profound contributions to the industry. Huge congratulations on this amazing achievement. What a time to be alive! Perceptilabs is a visual API for TensorFlow carefully designed to make machine learning as intuitive as possible. This gives you a
Okay,
faster way
this I
how you
think
could
is
end
not in the
code.
video
I
anymore.
wish I
But if you're interested in this shit, I'll leave you a link down in the video description below,
like
as
this
always.
when I was working with more
And what the
transparency
fuck?
with
I
how
mean,
your
you can now program AI to fight on itself. Oh shit. Do you remember when like ChatGPT came out half a year ago and how much impact it had? I mean, also on my life here as a creator, it makes so much things so much easier. And man, I think what we're really experiencing now is like this curve. Like we always talk about that the technology advantage or the technology development is not linear, right? And we also got told that in university that the technology is going to advance like an exponential graph, so to speak, because as we gain more and more, that reinforces itself. As we gain more and more technology and experience and mathematical approaches to real world problems, that's gonna reinforce like putting more fire or more gasoline in the fire, right? And that's so crazy. It's so interesting to be alive. Really, that's really a good sentence, man. Oh shit. By the way, if you want to support this channel here, then I leave you also a link to the shop and also to my weightlifting program, how I developed my physique and all the stuff. Then if you have some spare bucks, get a cool shirt, get a cool training shirt, or maybe you want to invest something in your body, then get a trainings program. It's just something that I've been doing for the last couple of years, and I would say, oh man, let's use in the next video. I think they have another one. I might link it to you here on this card. Wow. See ya.